She didn't scream when they dragged her through the snow. That silence, the kind that made the horses stamp and the preacher look away, was louder than any cry for help. Clara Morgan's bare feet left red trails in the white powder, her wrists bound with frozen rope, her thin dress soaked through with ice and blood. They called her the Cursed Widow, and today, the town of Silver Creek decided she'd brought enough bad luck upon them all. Subscribe to our channel and follow Clara's journey to the very end. Comment your city below so we can see how far her story has traveled. The rope bit into Clara Morgan's wrists as Jeb Hawkins yanked her forward. She stumbled, her knees hitting the frozen ground, but she didn't cry out. She'd learned months ago that crying only made them meaner. "Get up," Hawkins spat, jerking the rope. "Ain't got all day to deal with your kind." Clara pushed herself to her feet. Her fingers had gone numb an hour ago. The thin dress she wore, the only one she owned, now clung to her body like a second skin of ice. She could feel the townspeople watching from their windows, their breath fogging the glass. But not one of them came out. Not one of them said a word. "Where you taking her?" someone called from the general store porch. "Edge of town?" Hawkins answered without stopping. Let the winter finish what should have been done months ago. Clara's heart seized, but she kept walking. What choice did she have? The rope around her wrists connected to Hawkins's saddle horn, and his horse showed no signs of slowing. "Please," she whispered, the first word she'd spoken since they'd pulled her from behind the livery stable where she'd been sleeping. "Please, I'll leave. Just give me until morning. I'll walk to the next town and never come back." Hawkins laughed, a cold, ugly sound that matched the wind cutting through her bones. "You had your chance to leave, Mrs. Morgan. Should have gone when your husband did. Now you're the town's problem, and we're solving it our way." Behind them, Clara heard footsteps crunching in the snow. More men joining, she figured. More witnesses to her humiliation, her death. She thought of her son, little James with his father's dark hair and her own gray eyes. 3 years old when the fire took him. She'd tried to save him. God knows she'd tried, but the flames had been too fast, too hungry. She'd burned her hands, pulling at the door that wouldn't open, screamed until her voice gave out. And Walter had blamed her. Her husband had stood in the ashes of their home, looked at her bandaged hands, and said the words that had killed something inside her long before this town decided to finish the job. "You should have been watching him." 6 months later, Walter left, took what little money they had, and disappeared, leaving her with nothing but a dead child's memory and a town that had decided she was cursed. "Hold up there, Jeb." The new voice made Hawkins stop. Clara looked up through the hair that had fallen across her face, tangled, dirty, frozen at the ends, and saw Sheriff Tom Bassett approaching. For one desperate moment, hope flickered.